Here's the thing. Sometimes when you go out into the woods, you happen to find a leprechaun that has beautiful pot of gold or pot of wheat, it doesn't matter. And you share with him, even though the woods are kind of like mid and the stream is kind of like dried up and everything, the fact that you're able to hang out with this leprechaun is like the entire trip is worth it. And it's very different from the trail. You were not expecting a leprechaun, but you found one. And you're like, this is a very incredibly pleasant surprise. Well, that is the case with an anime that I watched not too long ago, and I haven't had the chance to talk to you guys about it. It's not necessarily super popular, but and it did come out like a year or two ago, so probably it's old news. But guess what? This channel did not exist 2 years ago, and I watched that anime when I did, and for me, it's still fresh news. So I'm gonna share with you guys. Now, here's the thing, and I have to say it. So put attention. Put attention, please. Put attention. Um, there's gonna be heavy spoilers. Like I cannot stress enough how many spoilers there are going to be. There are gonna be more spoilers than a Fast and Furious movies. Okay, so you've been warned. Spoiler alert for the anime Miruko-chan. Miruko-chan is an anime about a girl who can see ghosts. But here's the kicker. Miruko-chan, she can see ghosts, but the ghost cannot know that she sees them. Because if she lets the ghost know that she's able to see them, they will go demonic because they crave that attention. They crave to be seen, and the moment they can, they'll hold on to that person and basically ruin their lives. So it's very interesting to see this girl trying to compose herself, being like scared shitless because there's this demonic entities looking at her, and she cannot let them know that she's scared, and her life is just a chaos because of it. There's one episode in this mid forest that became the leprechaun. I was not expecting what happened in this episode, and it's episode 4. If you know, you know, but if you don't, I'm about to show you. So let me give you the premise of what happens. In the series, Miruko-chan, she's going to school, and for the entire episode we get we see her talking about this chestnut pudding, how she wants this chestnut pudding. And then we see that she's able to see ghosts around her family, and the dad is like, yeah, look, speak of the devil, here's her daughter. And we get to see this freaking ghost surrounding her family, and it's pretty scary, not gonna lie. It's like, oh, it's really 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 scary. But then um we see her again trying not to react, trying to be like as cautious as possible to not let this ghost know that she can see it. And she keeps going about and you can see how stressed she gets because she's like always holding tight to her clothes and anything. So the family is making conversation. The dad is like, hey, you have a boyfriend. Mom is like, you're been acting strange. uh Little brother is like, yeah, you've been kind of weird, what's wrong? And she's like, oh, nothing. So anyways, she decides to go to the fridge and get the pudding before saying goodbye to her parents. And the guy's like, for some reason, the pudding is just like stupidly important. So this is what happens after this. And this is one of the things that I love the show about is that Miko, which is her name, she's very subtle. She doesn't talk much, but she conveys a lot of expression through her silence and her stress. Like her eyes convey way more than her than her mouth and her words. So she decides to go back to and you can see the dad even says like, "Hey, did you forget something right here? What forgot something?" And she goes and grabs the chestnut pudding. Why is the fucking pudding so important? And again, this series has been all about her struggle with the ghosts that are so fucking scary. You can see the freaking demonic shit in the back. So she grabs the pudding, and we all think, oh, of course, the pudding is for her, so she can go to school. But no, she comes here. The ghost, the dad, and the mom are like curious to see what's so important about the pudding, and she puts it there. And then this is what happens. This look at her eyes and the way it's designed. Like I told you, her eyes convey way more than her words. And then we see the shrine with the dad. And the dad, it's revealed that's a ghost and he's been dead. And throughout the entire episode and up to this point in the series, you can see that she's that the dad, like, you didn't know he was dead. And look at what he says. You're giving it to me. So she says, I'm sorry for eating it last year before he passed. And uh, I'm sorry, like, he ate the pudding and he wanted to apologize to her for eating it, but I never got the chance, never got to make it up to you. And she can't say anything. Imagine that. Like, just think about the psychological and emotional pain that this is causing on Miko. She brings the pudding to her dad because that's the last thing he ate before he died. And the dad, she can hear the dad saying, "Hey, I'm sorry. I wanted to give it to you." But she cannot say anything back. Imagine that you lose a parent and you are capable of talking to the parent. You're capable of saying something back, of interacting with your with the parent, with your dad or your mom that sadly passed away. But you cannot, even if you have the ability. So here we just see Miko trying her goddamn best not to burst in tears, but just a subtle smile as acknowledgement. She can't say, she cannot let the ghosts know that she can interact with them. And then we have this painful moment where she has the opportunity to interact with her dad, but she can't. Imagine how heartbreaking that must be for her. This moment in this series was an absolute brilliant piece of storytelling. I teared up when I watched this for the first time because up to this point I didn't know that the dad was dead. And then they hit you. They hit you with this. And again, I cannot stress enough how important it is for you to recognize how much she's conveying through her eyes and not through her words, because she's mostly silent for the series. And I'm spoiler alert. emotional moments like this don't happen again in the series. I wish they did, because could you imagine a series where she's dealing with this times 12 episodes? It would be insane. The series is good. It's not like the absolute best or anything, but this moment in episode 4 was one of my favorite moments that I've seen of animes using the supernatural and ghosts per se. So this was just a piece of amazingness. Another thing that is absolutely amazing is the sponsor of today's video, Luxardio Entertainment. I've talked about it for a couple of times now. You know, you can go to the link in the comments down below and go to fund it, and then you go to the Ivan Ortega special perk. If we get 35 of you guys to donate, which we already have 14, we just need 17 more. If we get 17 more of you guys to donate, the Edgewood String Quartet and myself will put up a anime concert for you, where I will be playing the drums. So, what a fantastic way to get you guys to see anime music in a different light than with the string quartet and me on the drums. So please do me a favor, and if you have 10 buckaroos to spare, go to the link in the comment section and just donate 10 buckaroos, and you'll be able to watch that stream, that you'll be able to see that anime concert. Anyways, let me know what you think about Mieruku-chan, as well as the everything else. Give a comment, give a like, give a dislike, subscribe, and all that shit. All right, thank you guys. Bye.